Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another episode of Minecraft. And it's mainly just wheat here. We're gonna go grab some seeds, then go to the far side of the field. You might be looking at the field and thinking, what do you mean the far side? Oh wait, there's more. But we're just gonna get to it. Plant a little bit more wheat. One can never truly have enough, as I think you'll agree. But of course, running from one side of the field to the other would take much too much time. We would not have the ability to plant as much wheat if we ran, so we'll fly instead. Hello, Kashimo. Welcome. Yes, you first. But yeah, we're just gonna plant a little bit of wheat. I don't have a super long time to play, so I figured, hey, why not a little bit of wheat or a lot bit of wheat, as you prefer. There's some sheep just in the middle of the field. I don't entirely approve. Oh my goodness, they are ruining it. We'll come back some later day and deal with these interlopers and the consequences of them. But we're not doing a culling of the fold today. It's just wheat. Oh no, the hoe is nearly broken. Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to mend it up real quick. Sorry, false alarm. No, we can just teleport. I know the coordinates of spawn. Yes. I insist on actually using real wheat seeds, but I don't care very much about the authenticity of moving around. Now, did I leave a sword anywhere here? No. We have a little bit of wheat. It's not going to be enough to really mend up this whole thing, is it? Most of the wheat is somewhere else, of course. We don't really bring it home. I like yummy potato farms. Potatoes are fine. I just, wheat is what we got. Wheat is who we are. And here we are, of course, again at the field of 1,000 cows. It's probably much less right now, because, yeah, this is actually only the field of 500 cows right now. So our numbers are way down. I'm like, you can see the ground, first of all. You can tell that we have been slacking on the herd. We had it up to like 1,800 at some point. That was a lot quicker, but then I finally started bringing my sword around. Yes, this field, if it looks very strange and bizarre, I built it a really long time ago. And I didn't understand any of, like as a modern. No, they're fine. Look, normally there's like 5 times as many cows in here, and they get hit with a stick attached to a sword. But we actually might need to do it again. No. Yeah, I just need enough mending to do a little bit of planting. It's not really enough, but it'll have to do. And this is my first house. I don't really live here. But we put a painting on the wall, a couple of black carpets, and then there's like a second story that I made that never has had anything in it ever, and then like a little area here that leads to some underground places that, that never really panned out either. And of course, the back door, this was going to be some kind of vault thing. I never did anything with it. Once upon a time, I thought I was going to live here, but then I started the wheat field and I built a little brick house out there. And that's where, like the cats live and such. After all, when you make a wheat field, you want to live in it. I mean, don't you? I know I do. So that's our little brick house there, with our characteristic glass windows, and a nice little chimney with a lightning rod. But that is not where we're going. We are going to plant wheat, which I know I promised to do several minutes ago, but we had to do a little housekeeping first, unfortunately. Sometimes that's how it goes. You realize your tools are nearly broken, and you've got to adjust to the new reality. But don't worry, we're about to plant some wheat. That is, after all, why you were here. Because you are as enthusiastic for the cereal taking over the planet as I am. And if you're not, perhaps you will be soon, when you see how joyous planting wheat can really be. Let's get to it. Yeah, the house, I had originally made it out of wood, and then I was like, oh man, like wood could theoretically burn or whatever, and then I remade it, you know, brick by brick with granite. But man, I miss when I didn't know anything about Minecraft. What a wonderful game it was for me. I mean, I've only been playing it like a year, right? But there's a certain joy in just like getting lost literally all of the time. You know, just like not ever being able to know where I was. It just like, you know, a world full of wonder. I still like the game a lot, but you know, all games are more fun when you're discovering what you can do in them, I think. Hello, Eraser. Yeah, maybe no one's here. It's frequently the case. Welcome to the wheat field. If you've seen it before, you know this is a very tiny portion of it. If you haven't, well, this is a very tiny portion of it. We're planting like super haphazardly, as we often do. You know, I know how to plant wheat properly. You do it in straight rows. But sometimes it's fun to just, you know, swiggle around. Just give a little variability to the wheat planting. It can be, you know, it can be a nice way to break up the, well, not monotony. There's nothing monotonous about planting wheat. I think we can all agree that it's a unique and beautiful pursuit, and that all wheat seeds are different in important little ways. For example, that one there, you know, could take it or leave it. Could even, you know, break it down and get rid of that slot for wheat at all, and then, you know, get rid of a little bit of that verticality. These are choices, you know. Sometimes I would. Indeed. Just you and me and the wheat, and everyone on the internet that will undoubtedly watch this video sometime in the future. I think this Just Wheat is going to be the breakout, you know. This is going to be the one that the people lose their minds about. They're going to be like, oh man, the other 50 videos of this dude planting wheat didn't do it for me, but now I understand the art and the madness. Now I no longer have to sift through the meaninglessness of life. I've seen the way of the wheat. Theoretically, I could, like, do different titles. I've given it thought, but we've always done Just Wheat for all of the times of the streaming of it, and I think that's funnier than doing a funny title, to be very lazy. But it doesn't have to be true. Oh man, this field's gonna be so good when it's done. When it's done. Nice dream. Some say that I will never truly finish the wheat field. But you know, what do they know? Beyond mountains, there are mountains. And beyond this wheat field, possibly space for another wheat field. I guess we'll never know. We might. Life is very long after all. It would please me very much to be planting more wheat in like 7,000 or 8,000 years. I think that would be excellent. Hello, Brawley. Yeah, I'm super annoyed at Geometry Dash right now, because I was trying to get coins yesterday and I did bad. I mean, I did okay for a little bit, and then I did bad. I don't know. People like me playing that game more than I like playing that game. Sometimes it's fun, but a lot of the times it's not exactly fun. It's just like, you know, a reward system. It's satisfying to get better at it, but I don't know. I might be hitting my peak with that soon. So I was just trying to unlock a couple more levels. Like, I have a couple things that I have to do before I quit playing Geometry Dash forever. Like, I want to at least see all the unlockable levels. I don't have, like, a specific goal to beat them, because I just hate club steps so much. I'll have to go back, I know I will, but I just hate it. I only played it for, like, a couple hours on practice, and oh man, I did super bad at this one specific part. But I guess that's sort of, you know, that's a problem that anybody that streams video games will run into, you know. People will want to see stuff that you don't want to play. My compromise is to not care about that and just play what I want. But I have, for my whole life, been alienating people based on my inability to give them what they want. I can't just stop that now. What part of Club Step, you asked? I was annoying. There's a ship part where the background is yellow. I don't remember the exact percentage. It's sort of midway-ish through the level. Anyway, I didn't love it. I mean, I don't know if I'll quit it long term. I'll probably go through periods where I don't play it for a couple of weeks, like I have before. But I need to be, like, more deliberate about it and find levels that I will find enjoyable, you know. Find stuff that's not so hard, because, like, you know, maybe other people want to see me beating hard levels, but, like, maybe it'd be more fun for me to play easier levels. I bet it would. Because not to brag, but I work a very stressful job. Like, being a cook sucks. Like, all the stuff there is hot, and some of it's literally fire, and it can burn you because fire is hot. And, like, sometimes whenever I'm not at work, the last thing I want is to, like, have anything stressful go on, you know what I mean? And Geometry Dash is very stressful. Probably the mini ship with upside down normal gravity portals. Yes. Yeah. There's probably that part in other levels based on it, but that is definitely what was going on. It was very fast, and I could never get the timings right, and I grew very disenchanted by the whole experience. No, I've never had the goal to play, like, just one game, although the very beginning of my YouTube channel, I played only one game for many hundreds of videos. This game called Mountain Blade Warband, and I played, like, 95% just this one mod for it, that was from, like, the Game of Thrones world. I was a really big fan, before... Anyway, we're not getting into it. But, when I came back this time around, I basically only played Minecraft for a super long time before I finally started playing a couple of other things now and then. But it sounds silly. It's like sometimes I'll look at a game in my library and think, oh no, I shouldn't play that right now in my free time. I should play it on stream so people can see me play it, which is ridiculous. I mean, like, I guess it's a nice idea, but, like, I was thinking a lot about that yesterday whenever I was laying in bed watching YouTube videos. It's like, man, I'm really letting my dream of playing video games on the internet inhibit my dream of playing video games. Because sometimes I don't feel like, you know, putting on this fake pleasant face, and I just want to, you know, sit and you know, lay around and be grouchy, which is my natural resting state, right? I'm a super grouchy person. I am Grumpy Dwarf, and oh, Brawly, you say how much wheat did I already do? Oh boy. Okay, yeah. I'll just give you a little tour real quick. Hey, Green Machine, how's it going? Oh yeah, I guess you wouldn't know. So this is just this part of the wheat field. We'll just go up kind of high for perspective, because we're like working, like we just did a bunch of that the other day, and then this section here we're trying to finish up. But it goes, I mean, quite some way over in this direction, right? We'll get to where you'll, so this is all what you've seen so far. This is like the new field, right? This is the new expansion. And then over here past this river where the houses are and all of that, that's the old field. That's the first wheeled field in Wheat Park. And yeah, that's the field, you know. It goes way further over there. We'll do a full tour at the end. I want to get back to planting. But yeah, you know, I've been working on the wheat field for a long time, many months, you know, just here and there, and yeah, that's one of my little projects. You say, oh my, what the heck, that's so much wheat. Well, thank you, Brawly, thank you. I might be claiming the next Technoblade accepted tweet. I have heard of that person. They're when they were still with us, they were a streamer of some note. People have told me. I'm not that familiar with their accomplishments. I guess they once planted a whole bunch of stuff. Were they potatoes or carrots, maybe? I forget. I had not heard of them until I had already planted like a bunch of wheat. Am I gonna cover the whole world? So this phase 2, hello CG Bang. This phase 2, we're gonna build, so we're taking over this whole savannah, you know, all the way there that we already crossed over. And then here, I actually built this staircase and cleared the top like ages ago, like 9 months ago, forever ago. When I first discovered it, I was like, oh, that's cool. I can build something up there. So we're going to build like a temple of wheat up here. It'll be probably like, you know, like Greek architecture, like Parthenon-inspired sort of thing. And that'll be here. And then, you know, maybe something else for the big celebration. And then, so that's... The original plan didn't involve any of this. It was only phase 1 of the wheat field. But, so the plan is just the temple, finish up the wheat field to here, make a river, and then we're done. Except, I mean, will I ever have enough? These are questions. But yeah, that's the eventual plan. The first plan was just plant some wheat. You know, it's a peaceful world. I didn't even know about villagers. I didn't need bread. You know, I had met villagers, but I didn't know that you could give them food to induce them to make more villagers or anything. I was just planting wheat because I liked it. And then, you know, one thing led to another, and I started planting a lot of wheat. And then it got kind of beyond a lot, right? So... Tail of the tape, the stats. So, you know, we've used 256,000 wheat seeds and mined almost 70,000. So, you know, a whole bunch of wheat has been put into the ground. Say Technoblade's a legend in the Minecraft community. You didn't watch him, but he did so much potato planting. So potatoes were his thing. Very cool, very cool. Potatoes are very nice. I like the way that wheat looks as it grows, though. I think something's just wonderful about the way that the green goes into the brownish yellow and then into the beautiful shade of gold. I think it offsets lovely against like both dirt and the sky. It looks lovely when it rains, you know. Potatoes and carrots and sweet berries are all beautiful in their own ways, but I'm a wheat man. 256,000, yep, that's how many times we've used a wheat seed. But of course, a lot of those have been just replanting previous blocks, right? So... But that's actually pretty cool, yeah, 256,000, so 250,000 wheat seeds, which we must have crossed that the other day when we were playing. I hadn't even noticed. Very cool, very cool. But yeah, you know, it's just fun to plant it, and and to see how far it's gone. So the first one was just a big wheat field on the middle, like, sort of peninsula by the village, and then I chilled on it. I thought I had planted enough. And then I was messing around one day, and a skeleton horse appeared in a thunderstorm, which I had never seen before. And, you know, if you're familiar, skeleton horses appear. Then when you get closer to them, a lightning bolt effect happens, and 4 of them appear. Now, if there's any difficulty on, there are skeleton horsemen that appear, but otherwise it's just skeleton horses. Now, I became obsessed by this, but I don't look stuff up on the internet for the games I play. So I was like, okay, I just need to get these skeleton horses struck by lightning, and I can duplicate them again. And since I had not been, like, streaming all the wheat planting, I'd been like, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna, you know, plant wheat, and then, this is before I was doing live streams, really. I was like, I'm just gonna plant wheat, and then whenever I see a thunderstorm happen, then we'll record. But I needed the horses to be around where I was at, so I would just plant wheat in the neighborhood of skeleton horses, and I had lightning rods around them in the pens. And I was like, this is how it's going to work, even though that's totally not how skeleton horses work. But that's like Wheat Mountain over in the heart of Wheat Park. That's what all of that was from, was me just hanging out, planting wheat while I was waiting for a storm so that I could try to replicate it. And then I, like, saw it in hardcore for the first time with Horsemen on stream. And then I was like, oh, and then I realized that actually the horses spawned by the storm algorithmically, and then as you approach it, struck by lightning. I thought you could just get them struck by lightning and duplicate them, which doesn't work. Yeah, I've heard a lot of recommendations for mods, both for this game and for Geometry Dash. People always have a lot of good input, but I often, you know, put it off. Play the vanilla experience as much as possible. It just depends. I often mod games like a whole lot, but then sometimes I just won't at all. And I never know which one it's going to be. But I need to get some mod where I can, like, not take damage on a level and just go through it, so that I can, like, off-screen vet level recommendations without, like, really seeing what's up, just to make sure there's nothing, you know, amiss going on. I have developed paranoia about that. But we'll, so this right here, we're gonna make into a river. I'm super good at making rivers now, because of hardcore, my hardcore world where I was doing it, so it won't take, like, any time at all. I'll be so great at it. I just don't have a bucket on me right now. Yeah, we're quite seed limited now, because I've been doing lots and lots of planting, but not at all any AFKing, because normally what I had been doing was just, like, sitting on my computer away from the keyboard whenever I was, you know, like, doing chores around the house or washing dishes or cooking or whatever, but then I stopped doing it. So I was like, oh, I've got enough seeds, but I didn't have enough seeds. I didn't have enough seeds at all. I needed more. Little did I know. Enough seeds. Ridiculous. Probably you say it's sad that I only have 3 viewers. You hope that I get big. Oh, well, you know, that's very nice of you to say. I think it's cool that anybody chooses to spend their time watching me play my silly video games at all. Since I don't put a lot of effort in. But no, you know, I just I have a real good time, and like I've just said, but like to repeat it, like I just think it's super cool that anybody chooses to watch it all. And some stuff, you know, gets more viewers than others. I mean, once you've seen a guy plant wheat in Minecraft, I mean, you've seen it before, right? I mean, maybe not like this, but it's not like the name of the stream does a lot of selling on it. You might think, oh, just wheat. This dude has some wheat. I don't care. But I don't want to be like, more wheat than you've ever seen. 250,000 seeds planted! Exclamation one. Because that's like, I'm going to sound real judgmental here. That's not me. I don't feel the desire to be that self-aggrandizing, right? Like, I just want to make it. Like in Field of Dreams, you know, if you plant it, they will come and see that you planted it. That's my dream of wheat. That's what I want to do. I just want to do my thing. And you know, I don't need a lot of people. 3's good. But it's nice of you to say. I don't think I would make a Minecraft server. No, I worry about bringing people together in an unmoderated space. It's not a thing that I'm likely to do. Because I wouldn't have time to make sure that everything was cool, and I recognize the responsibility I would bear in that kind of thing. A whole bunch of the stuff that I heard about Minecraft before I played it was like bad news articles about bad things happening on the internet in Minecraft servers, and I want nothing to do with any problems like that. I just wanna play my games. Hey Drifter, how's it going? Nice to see you. I can craft a lot of bread. It's true, I could. I certainly could. I mean, we're going to use a bunch of the wheat to make a big sculpture out of wheat for the Temple of Wheat. And I need to figure out if hay bales burn, because if I can make like a big ol' huge hay sculpture and then burn it for the celebration of the dedication of the Temple of Wheat, after I finally have enough wheat, well, periodically enough wheat, I think that would be very cool. I think that would be a lovely event. I would have to name the video something other than just wheat. I would have to think of something. Whatever title I do for that video, it won't feel like enough. I mean, I don't know how much time I've spent planting wheat here, but it's a bunch, you know? It's a lot of time. The great accomplishment of my life, this wheat field. But, you know, unironically. But I've got, you know, just absolutely oodles and gobs of hay bales in various boxes. I don't know how many. I would have to check. Let's check. So we've crafted 4,630 hay bales so far. So somewhere there's several thousand hay bales just chilling. absolutely loads of wheat has been spent on mending tools. Many thousands of it. I need hunger to drop. Nonsense! We don't need to eat bread. We merely need to have wheat. Install some shaders, maybe? You know, people have told me to do that, and I've been like, yes, maybe someday. I'm a creature of inertia, so, like, once I start doing a thing, I might just keep on doing it the same way forever. Need bread for the villagers? Oh, there's already a lot of villagers. I mean, have you seen my golem problem? I'll probably start ranting, but so... I already have a lot of villagers, and that means a lot of golems. And look at all the golems. Aren't they nice? Aren't they nice in the field? But oh, what's this? Why is there all this grass here? Why is there this grass in the middle of my beloved wheat field? Golems. I hardly need more villagers. All right, let's mend up our stuff a little more. Fly on home to the field of 1,000 cows, which is of course bereft of cows at the moment. I think it's only like 600. It's a rookie amount of cows. We're gonna need so many more cows. All right. A little bit of mending. You just gotta keep moving or they'll smother you with their affections. Cows are nice, but you don't want 32 of them in the same block of life that you're in. Hello, IDK. How's it going? We are mending our tools using wheat. That's part of the description of just wheat, so this is totally legal. Normally I get distracted. Not in a wheat stream, though. I tend to be laser focused on the goal of clearing land for wheat, planting wheat, or farming wheat, and or bending our tools using wheat. Yeah, there's like a little interior moat because I wanted to give them like a water source, like a big one. Like I didn't know how it worked. When you see these cows standing up, they're standing up on top of hay bales that I placed there several thousand cows ago. I wish we could see if any of these cows were part of like the original herd, but it's relatively unlikely. Many of them have come and gone. I think like 13,000 cows have been slain, and that's just by my hand. I don't think cram damage gets counted by the game. Switch on hard mode? No. Not in my peaceful world. In hard mode, there are creepers, and they would destroy the wheat field. It's the last thing we need. And then I'd have to go get armor on. You wouldn't be able to see my nice green t-shirt or beautiful ponytail. No, we're sticking with this. There's plenty of hardcore content on my channel if you want to see me play on hard. It's hardcore or peaceful only. That's how I play. But alright. Good stuff. We're just gonna go plant a little bit more. I don't have a super long time to play here. We'll just plant a little bit more. One can never plant enough wheat, but you know, you can try. We're really, really close to the goal here, which is quite exhilarating. Quite exhilarating indeed. Adventure mode, that's not what I wanted to do. Bro, you say you've got like more than 2,000 attempts on a level and only 19% should you drop it? Nah, dude. Maybe that's the hardest part. There's even fish in the river. I need fish in my hardcore river. I gotta work on that. Because I just built it from nowhere, so they won't like spawn, because it's not really a river, right? It just looks like one. But if I import like 100 fish, should be fine. Ah, what a good feeling. Y'all don't even know. I've been planting a lot of wheat for a long time, and the whole time I've been looking at this river and saying that is where we have to get this wheat field to. 100,000 blocks ago, I was looking at this river and saying that is it. That's where we have to get to. When the wheat field gets there, we can finally play the game. I need to play Farming Simulator. You know, I've heard of those games. I haven't played any of the Farming Simulator ones. I think if the game wants me specifically to plant wheat, I wouldn't have as good of a time with it, you know. I think a big reason why I love planting wheat so much is that it is, on the face of it, very silly. It feels like a thing, you know, that's a real choice, because who else would do this? I mean, somebody, sure, but not like a lot of somebodies. Sad that I have to cut this short now, but unfortunately, the obligations of life call. Are the sheep there? No way. I don't want more sheep in this field. I want less sheep. You know what sheep do? They trample out the grain. It's going to be real grapes of wrath whenever I find out where I left my sword. Well, farm, I have a sheep pen somewhere. There's some nice vaporwave sheep, so I've got, you know, pink ones and orange ones and light blue ones and purple ones. They're very nice. But alright. Unfortunately, we gotta wrap it up. So guys, thanks for coming out. And here's the state of the wheat field right now. Ain't it grand? Ain't it just something to behold? Ain't it beautiful? My great accomplishment. My heart. Hey Natasha, unfortunately this is the very end. We've been planting wheat. We'll go back so you can see where we got to. Look, it's right on the riverfront. Isn't it wonderful? We're almost there. Yes, probably. Well, this is the end. At least for now. But, you know, by tradition, we always take a little tour around the field. Now, earlier I didn't show you the whole of Wheat Mountain. You probably thought, oh, that's the end of it. It doesn't go the whole way back or anything. But yeah, we do need to work some more on the other side here. Because, like, you know, that's... You know, it's a bunch. Because you think, looking at it from the other side, is like, oh, there's probably not any wheat on the other side. Well, I mean, there's some. We just need to work more on this side, too. Because truly, I mean, if this isn't done, is it really from river to river? But that's all I've got for you for right now. Unfortunately, real life calls. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Bye, Natasha. Bye, Brawly. Bye, Drifter. Goodbye, everyone. Bye, ADK. It's, I need the bone meal wheat seed grow faster. I think that was, I think you gotta pay attention to how much wheat I've already got here, man. I just need to wait a little bit, and then we'll be able to get more seeds. I'm confident that we can make it all happen. Goodbye, everyone. If you're watching in the future, I hope the weather's nice. Perhaps I'll see you in another stream or video. But unfortunately, that's all the wheat I've got right now. Adios, adieu, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye.